Hey, I'm your morning witch, like not in the morning at all today because I had a super bad pain night. And so what I decided to do is, because I needed more body oil anyway, I decided that I was gonna do that as my morning witch video. And then I realized maybe you want to see me put all the crap in measuring cups. So one thing about my body oil is that I found, as long as my shea butter, cocoa butter, and coconut oil are all in the exact same quantity, it comes out the smoothest body butter that I have ever used. Professional, homemade, it doesn't matter. I've never experienced something so smooth until I, discovered not only the proportions that I needed, but also discovering the cooling type that needs to happen. Also known as a method, I guess, but I'm not working with a full thing of coconut oil today. Normally I would just start, I'd measure out my cocoa butter and my shea butter, but I only have half a container of coconut oil. Well, you can't see because of the way I decided I'm going to film today, because you know what? I woke up at 4:30 a.m. in a lot of pain, and yeah, I've been having a day, y'all. Okay, so I know that I've got at least a third of a cup of coconut oil, so I'm not making as big of a batch as I normally would, but I've got a third of a cup, and I'm going to get my cocoa butter out, and I'm going to put my cocoa butter in first, because what I do is whatever takes the most to melt goes in first, which is obviously the cocoa butter. So the cocoa butter is really good for your skin. And okay, so I got a phone call, and as you can see in the time that I was away from my video, the cocoa butter has already melted. But cocoa butter is really good for your skin. It helps protect your skin from the sun. It helps moisturize your skin. It helps with a fatty layer on your skin if you don't have that protective fatty layer, because depending on our diet, we may or may not take care of that first subcutaneous layer of ourselves with our diet. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't know what I mean, but you can look into it. There's a whole science behind it. But the cocoa butter, the shea butter, and the coconut oil, all of them have benefits to the skin of moisturizing. But the shea butter itself also has antioxidant properties that it gives to the skin, and the coconut oil gives antioxidant properties to the skin, as well as being an antibacterial and an antifungal. So using these all natural products to make your own body butter, it's really good for you. And it's also really nice straight out of the shower is when I use it, and my skin's already nice and moist from the hot air in the shower, and it's just kind of really luxuriant. And I do it for my skin every single day. But yeah, I don't think you probably want to watch everything melt, so I'm gonna pause it for a minute. Okay, and as you can see, I've already added the coconut oil. That's what that was, which is pretty much now almost completely melted. And this is a smaller batch than what I usually do because I am low on coconut oil, but I'm out of body butter, so it had to be done. Now, I always use a wooden spoon for two reasons. One, my wooden spoon gets nice and moisturized, right? As you can see, it needs to be oiled anyway, so this is going to be good for the wooden spoon. But also, metal can affect your oils differently. So I am adding, the way I do my essential oils for my body oil is both the magical properties as well as what's good for your skin and what is a good scent. Now, vetiver has a surprisingly great scent. It's wonderful for psychic protection, and it's also great for drawing in money. So because vetiver is not the scent profile per se that I'm going for, it is the thing I'm adding first. Myrrh, the last frankincense oil I got, even though it was from a company that is the same company I bought my frankincense oil from last time. I don't know if they changed their process or what, but the frankincense oil I replaced my empty bottle with came in smelling like burnt rubber, and I'm not putting that on my body. So we're changing up what we would normally do, and we're putting myrrh in instead of frankincense because it is wonderful for psychic protection. Now, sandalwood is part of my scent profile, and I love how sandalwood smells. It's also great for psychic protection. And if you think about putting psychic protection in your body oil or body butter, if it's something that you quite literally slather from head to toe, then quite literally you're going to be covering yourself in protection every single time you use it. Patchouli, again, I love sandalwood and patchouli together. I'm getting low on patchouli, but that's okay. I want them as a background scent for my front scent, if that makes sense. Isn't that cool? That is the wood absorbing the oil, which is why I don't usually lay it down in there, because I ain't trying to moisturize my wood completely. This is definitely more for my body. So, you know what? At this point, we're going on like over 6 minutes. So I'm just going to say bye. Sorry I was so late today. Tomorrow will be a brand new day, and we will see my face. Bye.